Alright, so now we're going to add nitric to the oscillator while it's currently on a patient. I know this can be kind of intimidating, but we're going to walk through it real quick so that it's not as intimidating when the time comes to actually have to do it. So starting with the basics, right? So assuming that you have your pressure alarm set correctly, your mean airway pressure low alarm, anytime that you create an excessive leak with the oscillator, that you're going to have an alarm go off. Most likely it's going to be your low pressure alarm, and then ultimately it will shut off if it's that excessive. So expect that to happen, right? So knowing that's going to happen kind of minimizes the fear in this, but also I recommend, if possible, having another RT with you that can repressurize your system once you fix the leak that you created by adding your injector module. So real quick, just a quick refresher: anytime there is an excessive leak that happens in your oscillator alarms and then shuts off, I can't get this off, there we go. So it shuts off, right? Fix the issue, the leak, hold down reset power fail, and that repressurizes the system and then turns your oscillator back on automatically with the same settings that you had before that issue happened. So adding your injector module to the dry side, remember, the dry side of the heater only. Dry side is the side where this insulatory line comes from the back of the oscillator to your heater. Injector module, we talked about this earlier. The pieces that you're going to need for it is a 22mm adapter, a one-way valve, your injector module, and a 15mm adapter. Okay? So I'm going to add this now. I expect this to alarm and I expect it to shut off, so I know that I'm ready to, repressurize your system and get it back on as quick as possible to minimize interruption to the patient. So adding your module. Hold down reset/power fail for about 2 seconds and it will repressurize and turn back on automatically, like it did. So that was probably a maximized interruption time of about 2 seconds to your patient. Same thing with your sample line. So we talked about we need the nitric sampling elbow that attaches to the port near the red line mushroom cap right here, okay? So there is a cap here currently that we need to pop off so that we can add our elbow to it. Same thing, I expect my low pressure alarm to start alarming, and if I'm not quick enough with adding this sample line to it, I expect my oscillator to shut off. But that's like we just said, it's a very quick fix. Holding down the reset power fail button for about 2 seconds will repressurize the system and turn your oscillator back on automatically, okay? So let's do it. Typically you can be quick enough to where it doesn't shut off, but I'm going to make it shut off on purpose so that we can see again how to fix it. So cap off, oscillator shut off. I'm adding my sample line, holding that reset power fail. My oscillator is back on, running with the same settings that we had before. So now we're delivering nitric through our module on the dry side of the heater, and then we're sampling nitric from the circuit across from the red mushroom cap, that port right there.